Greetings, I'm CrazedNaly, and welcome back to the Banner Saga. We're going to war. We're on the war path. I didn't realize it kind of had a grand strategy kind of sense, but it made sense. But none of this game, except for the actual squad combat, seems to be based upon moving units. It's based upon precisions with words. It's a grand strategy kind of thought with adventure game qualities, and I really dig it. So we can either go through the village and fight them house to house, which does seem dumb and we'll lose a lot of men. We'll skirt the village. You heard him, says Mogert. We're going around. It takes the better part of a day, but you managed to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Oh, we had the ability to avoid that fight. That'd be smarter, considering there's 1,000 of them and only about 500 of us. We don't need to fight a 2-to-1 battle. That seems dumb. You hear a stout echo on the wind, a standard Varl greeting. A caravan of Varl are headed your direction, possibly a few hundred in total. You meet them halfway. You must be with Wagner. Was. Wagner didn't make it. You're serious? It's getting grim out here, but didn't expect that. You're flying the shield banner. What's happening? Isn't Ulfar in charge there? I'm for Salt. Ulfar's still in Schlid, in case he needs to be. He sent me to meet Wagner. Well, you. We've seen nothing happening in Schlid yet. What do you mean? No dredge. They never came through Schlid. They're all pouring out of Ridgehorn. We only just found out about it. One group went that way. We came here. Ridgehorn? The fort on the bay? The place has been abandoned for hundreds of years. Yeah, maybe that's why they're there. By all accounts, it looks like another damned invasion. Ludin forces his way into the conversation. What a godless minute. Wait a godless minute. What did you do? Careful now. You be careful. What did you start? You think men don't remember history? The long banner hangs in Aberang. The Second Great War nearly screwed us all. What did you do this time? Who the Thane is this? Are you insane? He just said an army of dredge are pouring out of that fort. Go on to Grofheim then, Prince. Having your blood on my hands would be worse than doing nothing. This shuts Ludin up for a moment. You can see the battle raging in his head. He looks desperate for safety, but he doesn't expect to flee like a coward. He expected you to come along. He glances at his men. We're already this far. If this is the Varl's doing, I'll know of it, and so will my father. Besides, you need my help. And my fighters. If I go, so do Irsa and Bersi. Ludin's unexpected flip-flop catches you like a swift kick to the shins. Mogert can't contain a chuckle. Ha! The prince has courage! Fuck him. Do what you like. Paint me the villain, Hakken. What do I care? I'm sick of you being the only one to do as he pleases in this alliance. These are Varl lands. We're facing an army of dredge. How much experience do you have in these matters? True. Mankind has never provoked them into a war. You going for a third? Is taunting the dredge into genocide a game for your kind? Fuck you. Before anyone expected it, you lay an open palm the size of a serving tray across the prince's face. He falls to the ground, flattened, doesn't move. Take him to Grofheim. I'll send a few warriors with him. Hold on, this is the Prince of Men. We can't just leave him with some random Varl and hope he makes it. Then what's the point of all his damn bodyguards? Listen, I wasn't set here to babysit a human. These warriors are for Wagner. Well, for Hakken. If I merrily run back to Schlid, Ulfar's gonna have my head on a pike. Don't try to tell me otherwise. Fine. Irsa and Birsi should be able to handle it. Just pray that nothing happens to him. Damn it, Hakan, this won't be easy to explain away. He's tired of his ass. Mogr finds you, this time in a hurry. I found out what's wrong with the sick Varl, he says, clutching his gut. Ate some of it myself. Food's not poisoned, but it's spoiled. Bad fish, and getting more so. Ugh, I wish I just didn't think about that. We must have got it from the merchants back in Vitterfell. Mixed it in with the good stuff. Could have messed up as much as half our supply. What do you want to do? Dump only what we know is tainted. Mogr frowns but agrees. The tainted food is tossed down a hill where it won't attract attention. He reports back, taken care of, but we've got more ill fighters than before. At least 40 at the moment. What do you want to do about them? Tell them to tough it out. Mogr sours but heads off to tell the others. You hope this will be the end of it. But I doubted we were poisoned. I knew it was something like that. Weak morale. The hike approaching the Godstone is murder. You recall how most Godstones were built on hills, overlooking other Godstones, so that travelers could follow them and find their way between cities. It does nothing to ease your pains. Dredge! Shouts Mogr near the front of the caravan. Suddenly black rocks are whizzing past your head. What the hell is this? You shout. Mogr shakes his head. A stone slams into the shield of a nearby Varl, exploding in a flash of light and razor-sharp fragments. Get behind the shield banger, shouts Mogr as you approach for a fight. Dredge lie in the battlefield, weapons drawn, a fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. You must be at least 619 of them, you have 104 fighters. About the same disparity as before. Even from here you can see nervous glances. Charge. Huh. Look across the battlefield. Listen to my orders. You hang back and try to direct the chaos of battle as best you can. We won, at least. I like that option. It's tidy. What in the depths are these, you wonder, looking at the unusual dredge slingers. Nobody knows. Without warning, a deranged and half-dead slag stabbles out of a bush, throwing himself upon the yaks attached to the treasure cart. Surprised Varl for all weapons, but not before the whole cart slides off slick rock and a sheer drop, stopped suddenly by a low growl. The enormous metal wagon dangles precariously off a cliff. From the end swings a confused yak, still tied to its reins. On top, the dredge hangs on tight. Keeping the whole thing from plummeting over the side is Gunoff, one hand white-knuckling the cart, the other wrapped around a tree trunk. You grab the cart and pull. You barely make any ground when the tree's holding too late. No! Cries the old Varl. The cart plummets and flips. Oh. I should have told him to let go. With a few options, you settled on lowering a man by rope into the valley. He shouts that the battered body of Gornov is definitely dead, and with their combined weight, the rope won't hold. The gald is scattered across the rocks and too far to reach anyway. You face the fact that it has been a complete loss. A day later, you're back on the march with nothing to show for it. Fuck! That is awful. I should have told him to let go. It gave me 3 shots, too, and I didn't listen. I lost a good warrior with that. The caravan stops, Godstone looming overhead. For a short rest, the warriors are glad for it, and the stone gives you an ancient sense of being watched over in a comforting way. Didn't help the bodies underneath it, though. The earth at the base of the Godstone is scarred, like a struggle occurred. Merchants, no, dredge. Encircling Dengler are a variety of goods, a barrel of mead, who knows how old, loose silver, a statue made of soapstone, offerings to a dead god. Check for the merchant's brother. In the midst of the bodies, a glitter catches your eye. You fish a gold necklace out from the jerkin to find 5 golden rings strung on it. Take the necklace with the intent to return it. You toss the necklace to Moger and tell him to hang on to it. If anyone can be trusted, it's him. Don't know what made him think the Godstone would be safe, Moger grunts. We're completely exposed up here, he says. We're going to rest. I think we ought to do it a little further away. Dengler was always one of the favorites among men, god of good fortune. They believed he brought luck, wealth, or whatever else you wish you had, but couldn't get on your own. The word fortune has a lot of meanings. Eventually you move on. In the distance you see smoke rising from the trees. Dredge aren't known for setting fires, says Moger, but it does get their attention. We use fires like that to lead them along in the Great Wars. Yeah, but they wised up to that after a while, interjects another warrior. No matter how you look at it, investigating will cost time. Send a few Varl. Moger, send a few warriors to look. They disappear over the hill, and you keep a steady pace while you wait for them to return. If they don't reappear, well past the time it should have taken. I'm feeling retarded. You take Moger and a dozen warriors with you. You shovel past dozens of dead slag and Varl before clearing opens up. Hundreds of Varl sit near the fire, including those you sent to investigate. One puffs on a pipe. Haken! He greets you. Your warriors said you wouldn't leave them. He explains that they had come from Schlid and you were surrounded, then lit a fire when they spotted you. Sorry you had to miss the fight, he grins. His warriors join your caravan. Good. So I knew I couldn't ignore it. Your warriors demand a break. You halt the caravan with a sigh, but in all honesty, you're starting to feel the altitude and weariness yourself. Moger leans on a fallen tree, fiddling with the crust of bread. Getting colder, he says, staring into the distance. You can see Ridgehorn just start to peek around the mountains. A flock of ravens float across the clear sky towards the fort. We should follow those birds. Are you okay? Without another word, Moger starts running towards the birds and tumbles over. What? Without another word, Moger starts running towards the birds and tumbles over the cliff. Suddenly he's gliding through the air, flapping his arms for all they're worth. He swoops towards Ridgehorn, from bursting into flames and pummeling into the tower, which... This is a dream! You think you've lost your mind. Then you wake up. You don't remember setting up camp or falling asleep in front of crackling logs. What is going on, you mutter. Boger approaches you at the campfire. Haken, did you see? He starts. Yeah. You both agree to keep it to yourself. The hell? Why did we hallucinate? Alright. Brought everyone up that I could. I made everyone level up because I had accumulated some renown, and everybody needs to be leveled up. But other than that, I have no reason to stay here. God, I lost a great warrior too. He was my highest ranking one. Probably would have been level 3. I'm sure you've seen them, Moger says, but we're being followed. Dredge have been on our asses since we left the Godstone. Lots of them. I'm sure there's plenty in front of us too, but we're just half a day out from thick woods. We might lose them there. We'll lose them. Lavarl doesn't enjoy shuffling through undergrowth, but the Dredge hate it even more. Most stop at the edge of the forest, and the ones who follow are picked off without much effort. They begin to creep around the tree line, and you hope you can outpace them to the other side. Normal morale. Deep inside the woods, you get the distinct sense that Dredge have more or less surrounded you, and in great numbers. Their dark shapes create unsettling patterns as they slide between the trees in every direction. You call Moger around. Any ideas, Moger? Yeah, pray to whatever god you like. There's more of them waiting on the other side of the woods than we've seen so far. We may be seriously outnumbered, especially if we wait. You consider your options. Fight your way out as usual. Wait to see if they disperse. We're fucked either way. You soon regret the decision. The watch report more dredge piling up on the ward's border. Lure them into the woods. We may have an advantage if we isolate them up in the trees, you say. You send shield bangers forward to taunt them, then pepper them with arrows until many are frustrated enough to follow you back. It works, to a degree. The Varl have just as much trouble maneuvering in the thick foliage as the dredge. You can't tell exactly how well the fight is going when you join in the fray, but you're already stumbling over the bodies of both. That's almost even. Retreat. Reconsider options. Consider making a wall and skirting the battlefield, buying you enough time to help the weak and wounded make their escape. It's a risk. Your warriors will take the brunt of the edge. Get those shields up. Your forces are already wading into the fray as you assemble your allies and stay close to the caravan, ready to defend it. Enemies are starting to slip through the line and approach. Let's do this. It's nice that we're surrounding them for a change. I like this formation. Sundering impact. Boom! Malice, what's that do? Taunt one adjacent unit, causing them to attack you for the next turn. That's pretty useless. Attack. Hit him. Now it might be useful. least I don't have to run battering ram. We can do more damage that way. Ow. Sundering impact. Ah, already lost a warrior. Good. Alright. Hit him with the Bring the Pain. Oh, that guy kind of lost his usefulness. Deflect. Finish him off. Hit him. Finish him off. Pillage mode activate. Come on. Only the blue. Alright. Kill her. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way to the line. You could take this opportunity. I'm not doing that again. Pull back as they regroup. Dredge give you wide berth and scatter into the distance. Huntsman's loss. Fighter's loss. Injuries. It's not great. Not great. But we're out of the woods. That must be that nice abandoned fortress everybody spoke of. Why is it getting so much damn lightning? It seems to be the only one getting lightning. Is somebody being all sorcery up there? Been a full month. Now what? That's precarious. Let's put our heavy wagons over it. I still should have told him to let go of the wagon. Well, this is what we came for. What this reminds me of is when they go to the town, right after they're saying, they have the, this is what we're fighting for song in Mulan, and then they have just snow and desolation and fire. It's like, yeah. There's a few dredge there. I don't know if they're dead or not. Very methodical game. Was that one of them moving? I really dig the background and foreground idea that's going on here. None of them are getting up. You'd think they would. What is this mess about? Looks like a full-scale battle happened, and recently. But only dredge bodies remain. Maybe we'll see something from the tower. Have Varl search the buildings and make sure that there's no dredge waiting to spring on us. On it. And don't set up camp or make a fire. We'll take a look and then we'll get out of here before anything else goes wrong. Yeah, what's going on? Okay. Heroes. How are my heroes doing? Oh, it's kills that we use to upgrade. Okay. So all that leaves is the tower, and I'm dying to know what's going on. Oh, so it's going to be another fight? Well, in that case, I'm calling it here. Well, we made it to our destination of sorts. We made it to this abandoned fort of evil, it looks like. Let's run away from the dredge to go to the source of the dredge, or wherever this is supposed to be. Oh, this looks really grim. This game is grim. I mean, it's pretty, but... oh, man, bad things happen in this game. But anyway, if you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, and as always, click the nut on the way out.